fellow dadpreneurs, Adam Dukes here, and I want to answer the most common question I get asked: where do I start when it comes to an online business or earning that internet income? So I'm going to answer that question once and for all. I've done a couple of videos before on this, but I came up with a new kind of framework that I call the ABC framework, just to really simplify things. I see this question asked all the time in Facebook groups. People hit me up in the DMs, emails, asking me on the socials, and so I want to have a resource, and this is going to be that resource. So let's dive right in. Where do I start when it comes to building an online business? So in 2020 and 2021, I interviewed 75 dads over the phone. Some of these calls went 20 minutes. Some of these calls went north of 2 hours. I think one call went 2.5, 3 hours. And I asked these dads about starting an online business, earning internet income. I asked their fears, their frustrations, their dreams, their desires, and several other questions. It was about 15 or 16 questions overall. And the most common fear was fear of failure. Now, in my opinion, it's not really the fear of failure, it's the fear of judgment. It's the judgment from others, from either friends or family or some stranger on the internet. If they do fail, what that person's going to think about them. So I really think it's more the fear of judgment as it is the fear of failure. I would guesstimate 75 to 80% of the dads said this was their most common fear, was the fear of failure. They didn't want to make mistakes. They didn't want to spend unnecessary money. So fear of failure was the most common fear. The most common frustration among these dads, again, this was about 3/4 of the dads that said this: where do I start? They didn't know where to start. Where do I start? How do I start? And another common one was, who do I trust? Or how do I know who to trust, I should say. So where to start, that's what the purpose of this video is. We're going to answer that question once and for all, like I said, with my ABC framework. I got a question a couple of weeks ago here on the Facebook. Steve reached out, and he's basically saying, hey, I've been watching your content. I'm looking to get started. I don't know what to do, where to start, step number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I answered him in a comment, and it was pretty long, and I'm like, you know what, this needs to be a blog post, this needs to be a video. Speaking of, I have a blog post down below. If you want to read this, check it out down below, adamdukes.com/1. And then here it is in a couple of Facebook groups I'm in. As you can see, I just grabbed a couple of screenshots. Confused and overwhelmed on where to start. I really don't know where to start. Don't even know where to start. So, and as you can see, this has 23 comments, 15 comments, 38 comments. A lot of these people were saying, me too, I'm struggling with the same. I'm lost, I'm confused, I'm overwhelmed. This is too complex, I can't do it. All types of things. A lot of these comments were kind of just echoing what these three people have said. So where to start is a very big sticking point, and I get it. It's overwhelming, especially if it's something new. Who do you listen to? Like I said, a lot of those dads didn't know who do you listen to or who to trust. So we're going to answer that question once and for all. So it can be as simple as ABC. So A is attract an audience. So I want you to pick one social media platform, not all of them like Gary Vee suggests. One social media platform, one that you're committed to, one you're comfortable with, one where your market hangs out, one you enjoy using and are currently using. For example, over the years, I've tried to get on Instagram. I just don't like Instagram. I've had an account for, I don't know how many years, 5 or 6 years, and I'll try every 6 to 12 months, I'll jump back on Instagram, and I'm like, I'm committed to it. After like a month, I'm like, I don't like this platform at all. So one that you enjoy using is a big one. If you don't enjoy using a platform, don't use that platform. Just because it's popular or sexy or flashy or the new kid on the social media block, use one that you enjoy using. Speaking of that, I have a lot of people ask, how can I do TikTok without showing my face? And my answer is always the same. Don't do TikTok. You know, if you don't want to show your face, first of all, get over the fear of judgment. That's my first piece of advice. If you can't get over your fear of judgment, don't do TikTok. If you don't want to show your face, don't do TikTok. And a lot of people will push back and go, yeah, but I've seen these big accounts, you know, that they don't show their face and they're building up this big account. And I'm like, have you ever bought anything from those accounts? I have yet to have someone say, yes, I have bought something from them. So again, I'm not saying it's impossible to monetize an account that you don't show your face. It just makes it drastically harder. Business is hard enough. Why would you make it harder on yourself? So again, if you don't want to show your face, don't use TikTok. If you love to write, Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn. These are all great platforms with the written word. There's people on there. There's entrepreneurs on there all day, every day. All three of these platforms doing very well who love to write. Love making videos, TikTok or Instagram. TikTok's obviously a video platform. Instagram and also Facebook too, I should say. It released Reels in the last year or so copying TikTok, and that would be Instagram or even Facebook if you wanted to use the Reels feature. So if you love making videos, pick one of those three. If you want to be completely anonymous, there's some people that don't want to show their face. Some people don't even want to reveal their name for whatever reason. So here's a couple of accounts. Let me just minimize my screen. A couple of Twitter accounts. So here's one called Wealth Director. And I don't even know if it's a man. It's Steve Jobs, obviously, in the image. 366,000 followers, and he just tweets kind of his thoughts, his perspectives on mindset to another level of excellence. He's got a card website. If you open up his website, I imagine he is an affiliate for all of these courses, and he probably earns, or I don't know if it's a he, this person probably earns quite a bit of money. I would say at least 5 figures with that type of following and directing traffic to these affiliate products. Another one is called Mind Essentials. Get help to become the best version of yourself, self-discipline, philosophy, psychology hacks, wealth, and wisdom. They have a Gumroad page. It looks like they are selling their own digital product, 93 ratings. As you can see, the prices here. I bet they sell quite a bit of this with a following of just 42,000 people. And then the last example is called Positive Cal. This person is a mindset coach. As you can see, it's like a cartoon-ish drawing or image. Insights on human capital, online business, personal growth, and master your mindset. And then this person has a link to a landing page, I think it's Substack, Substack newsletter. This person's building up a newsletter and probably selling products in the newsletter or affiliate marketing within the newsletter. So those are 3 examples if you want to stay completely anonymous. Twitter is a great platform for that. Now again, all 3 of those accounts, they didn't start last Tuesday. They've been building, I don't know how long they've been around, but they've been around probably for a while, putting in the reps, putting in out the tweets, figuring out the platform, figuring out their audience, figuring out their message, their voice, and all that. But it's absolutely possible, if you don't want to show your face and be completely anonymous, to use Twitter. Also, there's no best platform. If a greedy guru tells you it's the best platform, run the other way. They're trying to sell you something. Just because TikTok is popular doesn't mean it's the best platform, or Instagram's popular, or Facebook, or Snapchat, or LinkedIn. I think I covered them all. Pick the one that you enjoy using. That's the biggest thing. And one where your target market is, like we just talked about a couple of minutes ago. So the purpose of using social media, it's to make noise, to generate attention and awareness, to connect with your target market, network with others. Look at it as collaboration, not competition. A lot of people look at it as competition, and I really want you to look at it as collaboration. Build relationships, build your email list, which is going to be the next step we'll go into, and then send traffic to web properties, whether this is your website, whether this is your blog, a podcast, a YouTube channel, other social media platforms. So that's the purpose of using social media. And then most importantly, promote yourself, your work, your thoughts, your beliefs, your perspectives, and your offers on a daily basis. Show up daily. This is a non-negotiable. You want to publish daily. Whatever platform you pick, again, pick one platform and start publishing daily. Consistency is more important than frequency. If you can post once a day is great. If you can post 3 times a day, 3 times is great. If you can post 10 times a day, post 10 times a day. Obviously, that depends on the platform. Twitter, you're going to be posting more often. TikTok, you're going to be posting more often. Facebook, you probably post once a day. LinkedIn, once or twice a day. This is the attention economy, and showing up is how you win. B, the next step is build your email list. Your email list is the most valuable asset you own. I talked to a dating coach the other day. He reached out to me, wanted to hire me for my services. He was doing about $40,000 a month in May, and Facebook and Instagram completely terminated his account. No rhyme or reason. They just said he violated the terms of service. He had to start over. So he's got a brand new Facebook account, brand new Instagram account, and his business has taken a nosedive. Now he's recovered a lot of that, but he was panicking those first couple of that May and June into July because Facebook and Instagram completely wiped him out. So he didn't have an email list. So build your email list. Let that be a lesson. It's something you own. It's something you control. Social media is rented land. Your email list is an owned asset. Should say owned asset, not owner asset. So how to build your email list? I use a tool called System.io. There's plenty of different, I have plenty of playlists, plenty of videos, I should say, here on YouTube. Check out one right up there. It's a video on how to create a landing page, and I got about 20 different step-by-step tutorials on how to use System.io. They offer a free account, not a free trial, an actual free account. And then if you're terrified of tech, Card is another very, very simple platform. You can create simple one-page websites. I think it's $19 for the year. You can't beat it, and it's really, really simple to use. Again, simple works. You could have a landing page live by the time your head hits the pillow tonight with either of these platforms. And then the next step is C, convert your subscribers to cash. This is where the real money is made online, through your email list, through your email database. I'm sure if you've got on any retail stores like Best Buy or Home Depot or Walmart or Target, if you get on their email list, they email often, and they do it on purpose because it makes them a lot of the green stuff, a lot of the money. Email frequently. Bare minimum is once a week, in my opinion. If you're not top of mind, you're forgotten. I email my list on a daily basis, usually 5 to 6 times a week. And here is a message I got from Matt just a couple of weeks ago. He said, "You're the only person who emails me on the daily. I appreciate that. People are going to appreciate the more frequently you email. Will some people unsubscribe? Absolutely, and that's totally okay. How I look at it, and this was a mindset that I adopted from Ben Settle years ago, it's a privilege to be on my email list. That's how I look at it. Not being narcissist, asshole, or anything like that, but that's how I want you to look at it as well. It's a privilege to be on your email list. If someone unsubscribes, they're missing out on the value you're going to share. So that's the mindset I want you to adopt. Don't worry about unsubscribes. What to email? Now this could be a whole course. This is going to be a kind of a Cliff Notes version. Share content, blog posts, podcasts, YouTube videos, interviews you've been on, links to other social media posts that maybe you made or even other people made. Teach them something, share an insight, a lesson, or an aha moment you had. People crave wisdom. They crave it much more than 7 tips to get a six-pack, things like that, like how to. Not to say that's not valuable, but people really crave wisdom, sharing your lessons, insights, in an aha moment you had. What you're currently working on, what's working, what's not working. Share your wins, share your losses. I've had a few people over the years say, you're the most transparent entrepreneur on talking about your failures. And I was like, well, it gives me a lot of content to talk about because I fail most of the time. So tell them what's working, tell them what's not working. Ask yourself these 3 questions when publishing content online, not just emails. Does this educate my audience? Does this entertain my audience? Does this elevate my audience? Lift them up, motivate them, inspire them. If you cannot answer yes to any of those 3, I would start over. If you can do 2 out of the 3, excellent. If you can hit the trifecta and do all 3 in your content, even better. But you don't have to aim for that. At least answer one of these questions as a yes in your content. So how do you make money from email? That might be a common question. So you can sell your products. This could be digital products or this could be physical products. You could sell your services. This could be coaching, consulting, or maybe some type of done-for-you service that you offer. You could recommend another company's products, services, or software, which is known as affiliate marketing. So final thoughts, online business can be as simple as ABC. Simple, not easy. Your biggest obstacles are going to be self-doubt, fear of failure, fear of judgment, imposter syndrome, second-guessing yourself 238 times per day, and little to no support from people close to you. And I just want you to know that's common. If you experience any of those 6 things, all of them or any of them, that's common. Like Michael Jackson once said, you're not alone. We all experience that. It's all part of the process. So don't think that you're alone if you experience any of this, especially that one about little to no support from friends and family. A lot of people think, oh, it's just my friends or my family that don't support me. That happens to 90% of us, if not 99% of us. So that's completely normal. So that's it for my ABC framework. Go apply it. Go pick one social media channel. Go commit to it for 30 days. Start posting content. Start taking fast and perfect action. Nobody's got it all figured out. It all starts when you take action. If you got comments, questions, concerns, please drop them down below. If you want to check out my website, go to adamdukes.com. It's got all kinds of goodies and information, and it's got an opt-in for my Dadpreneur Freedom Blueprint. We'll show you how to earn $100 a day selling digital products. You can check it out down below, adamdukes.com. Thank you.